We're looking at basic riff ideas, solo ideas. Pattern number 5, exercise 5 by Eric Clapton, Wonderful Tonight. Now this features some cool little double stops, a lot of nice bends as well like this. I'm going to show you a nice little technique where I actually pick with my plectrum and my finger at the same time, which gives a nice little sound, and you'll look at a rake. But before we get going, please make sure you've got a copy of the PDF, and if you need it, just WhatsApp me or inbox me and I'll send it through to you. So we're going to focus now first of all on our fretting hand. We're starting at fret number 7 on the 3rd string. We're going to jump across with the ring finger number 3 to fret number 10, and we're going to support the string bend with finger 1, finger 2 and 3 does all the work. So you can see I'm bending all 3 fingers. Now the hassle with only using the ring like this is that might happen. Your finger might not have the support it needs and then it falls off, or it slides, or it slips, and that's not cool. So whenever you're doing a bend, try and use at least 2 fingers, ideally 3 for the bend where possible. Okay, so the first one, 7 onto the 10 and release it as well. So it's a bend and release like the PDF says. With that, your first finger is already on number 8, which is the end of the first bar, and the beginning of the next bar is number 10. You can do a hammer on as well if you want to, or you can pick it. So first phrase, there's your first phrase. Now I'm going to quickly show you that picking technique where I use my middle finger and my plectrum. I'm going to show you just quick. Now it's sort of a combination of hybrid picking, but you're only playing one note. So I'm picking down, for example, with my plectrum, and picking up with him. So they're actually sort of fighting against each other like this. You can see there and here being down. And I like the sound of it. This is normal, and this gives a bit of a sort of an extra, I don't know quite how to describe it, a bit of a snap to it, where just the plectrum alone tends to lose the snap. So it's not a big deal. If you don't like it, it's fine, but that's what I'm doing, like that. Okay, back to learning the notes. That's the important part. Now the second phrase is almost identical to the first phrase, but instead of going to 10 now, you go to 9 with the middle finger, number 2, onto the 9th fret 3rd string. So the first phrase onto the 10, second phrase onto the 9. Now you'll notice over there I did a little double bend. So instead of going, I went. If you listen to the different ways Clapton plays his own songs, sometimes he does it a bit faster, sometimes he does a bit of a slow version, depending obviously on where his headspace is with the performance. So you've got extra little techniques. You can do a double bend like this, or a single bend, whatever you feel sounds good. Now the third bend, or the third phrase rather, is going to start the same as the first again. It pauses a bit before it goes to the 10, and then you go to the first string, 7, 8, 12, 10. Now you hear that. I'm going to show you what I'm doing there quickly. The technique is called a rake. Now what I'm doing is I'm putting my palm flat on the string, so it's totally dead. And as I get to the note I want, number 12, I open the back of the palm. You can see the palm is lifting over there. You see it now, up, on. So it's like so shouldn't have done the bend, but it just sounded cool. So it's going to go onto the 12, mute, 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 clean, and onto the 10. That's called a rake. It just sounds cool if you want to add it. So here we go, the entire phrase for Wonderful Tonight. Now I've heard a version that he did a little bit of a double stop on that last phrase. Now double stop is when you go, you can hear 2 strings, 2 is double. Sounds quite cool. So, and you can do that as well. So hope you enjoy that. See you next video.